and that could be, you know, that could be a little draining for some. But how do you feel about the fashion today? Like, how do you feel about today's fashion as far as in the hip hop scene?
Um, I feel like it's somewhat going back to like the late '80s, early '90s. Now it is. For a while, it was in like the '70s with the super tight, super colorful stuff. But I feel like with excuse me, with like Baby and Dirk and them being in the forefront, it's kind of somewhat going back to that chill '90s vibe. Far as what people are wearing and stuff. So I'm feeling. I like it. I don't pay too much attention to like the spectrum of stuff, but the stuff I've been seeing been pretty cool. I'm cool with the fashion. If you talking about like when people was wearing all the weird stuff and all that for a while, it did get real weird for a while. But I feel like it's somewhat going back to, like I said, to when I was younger. And you see people wearing like the bomber jackets now. Again, you see people wearing like the whole jean outfits. I mean, I'm cool with it. I like it.
Definitely, definitely. I want. I always ask that too because as an independent artist, do you think it's important to have your own style, or do you think it's cool for independent artists to just jack industry artist style?
Um, Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
being a fan of hip hop, um, you got to have your own style. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank. Period. You got to have your own style. You got to. Um, so me personally, I'm big on that. I'm big on people having their own style. I'm big on people having their own. Now, of course, as artists, I said this on some post the other day because they tried to say that somebody stole somebody else's bar or something like that. And all artists are motivated and inspired by other art. We are. But to just write out, just be jocking something or just, just taking something outright, that's not cool at all, at all. So I feel like you should have your own style as far as dressing. You should have your own style as far as your music. It should just be you. Every person, every fingerprint should be their own. And I'm big on that. So that's why I pride in when I let people hear my music. I ask them. I say, "Who this sound like?" And they be like, "Nobody, bro. I can't really say who you want me to say." Oh no, that's exactly what I want you to say. It don't sound like nobody. So many people when you put their music on, it's somebody you can say, "Oh, he sound like this person or that person." My music is me, all the way me, and I love it and I want it like that. So, uh, as an independent artist, as any type of artist, you should be sounding like yourself. Now, let me add this in there because I used to be a person that was real stubborn. I didn't want to listen to what other people say. I'm like, y'all just don't get it because I used to write bars that go over people's head and all that. If you're trying to make something for the world, it has to be so that the world can accept it. If I come in America and they only speak English and I try to tell them God is around the corner, but I'm saying it in French, they're not going to understand it. So I said all that to say that you have to conform somewhat to the point that people are willing to digest what you give them. Basically, putting medicine in the candy. You see what I'm saying? So to say. So you got to have it so that the audience can receive it, but it still needs to be yours. It don't need to be Future. It don't need to be Drake. It don't need to be Kendrick. It don't need to be this person, that person. It need to be you. So